You were running on the knife's edge of efficiency. I had one more claim that day and I go to start it, nothing. We were able to patch it to get him by for those next few days. And because we're always willing to do that for each other, imagine what we're able to do for you on your claim. So to kick off March Mojo here at Seek Now, I want to share a little bit of what I've experienced during my travels as a seeker. If I go all the way back to 2017, the first example of feeling that Seek Now Mojo, that family culture that we have here, it was out in Hurricane Irma. We had an inspector who, and really all of us were in kind of the same situation. We were running sun up to sundown. You didn't have time for an oil change. You didn't have time to fix your brakes. Like, you were running on the knife's edge of efficiency, and we were always able to get the claims done. And part of that is having each other's back when you're on the road. That's the biggest thing that screams Seek Now culture and Team Green Mojo that I've ever experienced. So back in 2017, we had the management team come out and we had another inspector who needed his brakes to get done. They were grinding in the front, they were really bad. So one of the members of the management team, Ron Young, came over to me because he knew I traveled with tools and everything that I would need to get a simple brake job done. Luckily, that inspector, he had his brakes. He just didn't have the tools to put them on. So I was able to help him, and a few other seekers joined us, and we used a tiny little bottle jack and all the tools that I had to get the brakes done. And he was up and running the next day. There was no delay for our adjusters, no delay for our customers. And it took a huge weight off his shoulders, worrying that he was gonna have damage to his vehicle or let his teammates down. So the best way to not let your teammates down is to lean on them, because we are always there to help each other. So another example is, because I haven't just helped people, I've also been helped. Back in Pittsburgh, this was during probably 2020, 2021. It was during the height of COVID, and my starter went out. I went back to the hotel for lunch. I had one more claim that day, and I go to start it, nothing. So I reach out to another inspector that's staying at the hotel, Matt Spicer, and he was able to cover that other claim for me. And then another one of our seekers was able to drive me to the parts store to pick up a new starter, because I called Ford. COVID, 4th of July weekend. They're like, we can see your vehicle in 2 to 3 weeks. And our parts department, we're closing in about 20 minutes. So I was stuck. Literally and figuratively, I was stuck. And it took us a few hours to finagle it out, but he stayed there the whole time and was there to help me. And it was just awesome having that team. He didn't know me, I didn't know him. We literally met on that deployment, and that ride to the parts store was probably the longest we've ever talked. But he had my back. Another example, Hurricane Ian. I was down in Florida and my battery wasn't holding the charge very well. So I ran it over to the parts store, they tested it. Alternator was not charging. So I had to get it done. So I had another one of our inspectors, he helped me. It was awesome. We've also had instances, I was just out in California, now not on the seeker side, but on the manager side. And I was able to help an inspector, along with another inspector, Jacob Young, was able to help me help Gage Ewalt be able to fix his air suspension. He had a decent sized leak in his bags, little tiny pinholes in his rear air suspension. And I have enough tools with me where we were able to patch it, but he had to order new bags. Well, that was gonna take 5 days, 7 days. So we were able to patch it to get him by for those next few days. And then as soon as the parts came in, we had the new ones installed in no time. And now he can drive home. He was worried that he was gonna have to fly home and then ship his vehicle out, taking time and money. And then when he gets back home, he still has to fix it. And we were able to get it done in a hotel parking lot. So to me, the Team Green Mojo, that Team Green culture, it truly starts with the inspectors in the field, having each other's back. There is nothing that's gonna get in Seek Now's way of taking care of each other, taking care of your claim or your property scan. And that's not just a punchline. The Team Green Mojo is alive in each and every inspector across the country. Yeah, it fluctuates. You have your good days, you have your bad days, but wearing a green shirt, being out in the beautiful outdoors, even on your worst day, it's still a pretty good day. My name is Thomas Lazio, and Team Green Mojo is not a punchline, it's a way of life.